Hey guys, Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. Bum bum. I think it's 3 o'clock, yep. So we'll see who comes on here. We will see. Yes. Something's on my screen there. That was kind of weird, wasn't it? Hey, Kathy. How you doing? We had some pretty good horoscopes today. 2 of them that I posted were pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I'm okay. The energy work I'm doing is helping a lot. Plus, it's Taurus season, so Taurus season for me is fabulous. Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Susan. How's it going? Yes, so the energy work is getting me over the hump, and like I was telling Kathy, it's Taurus season, so for this Capricorn, it's fabulous. Hi, Haley. How's it going? How you doing? Yeah, so May's my favorite month of the year because it's just balanced energy. It is when I'm the most productive. I'm more clear when it comes to spirit. Hey, Sherry. I'm more clear. I mean, it's just like, and then with the energy work included, it all shifted about, today's what, the 29th? It shifted on Tuesday, I think it was, Monday or Tuesday. The energy shifted, and it was glorious. Oh my gosh. So I keep telling myself, okay, I've got like 25 days to really take advantage of the Taurus energy for the next month. Well, not even that now, probably 20 days where I'm really productive. And some really cool stuff came to me this morning, so that I'm gonna start doing. So, yeah. Hi, Abby. Abby just had a baby last week. Hello, Laura. Hello. Yeah, so, yeah, Kathy, the energy shifted this week, and so it was, and again, with us Capricorns, it's bonus. That definitely bonus, you know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, like I said, did you feel it too, Sherry? Yeah, you know, it felt more normal again. Exactly. See, there's 5 planets in Aquarius right now, and I forget what it's called, but one of them is Pluto. And on Tuesday, hello Ryan, namaste to you, my friend. On Tuesday, Pluto, which is in Capricorn since 2008, went into retrograde, and that's what shifted the energy. Oh, Abby is sitting in the intensive care. I think that's what she says. Holding the new baby. Yep. new little pumpkin. Yeah. So so Tuesday was like, wow. I did I'm working with this person, Tammy Braiswell, on Facebook, and she's an energy person, right? I'm learning all this amazing things about raising your vibration, and she does these cool energy, but I forget what they're called. Energy bounces or energy pounces, whatever they're called. She pushes all the energy away that isn't yours on Mondays. And guys, she does that. She does it on Facebook every other week for free at 1:11. Oh my God, really? So yeah. So it's pretty cool. But that's how I got involved with her. It's so interesting. How, again, I always talk about spirit, right? And how they bring you what you need at the right time. Hey, Kathy. And I think I may have mentioned this before. I didn't know her full name. And just popped up on my Facebook one day on a Tuesday, interestingly enough. And I see her there on the Tuesdays. No, it was, I'm sorry, Mondays. It's just the Mondays at 1:11 every other week. And for some reason that day, I just decided to swipe, and I watched, and it was truly amazing, truly amazing. So I joined her group. It's it was $126 a month, because I've never done energy work before that raise your vibration and things like that. So I took a chance. Again, Spirit brought it to me, so I was pretty much gifted that. So I've been doing it for 3 weeks, I think. I joined the group, I think, 2 weeks ago, but I've been doing it for 3 weeks, probably 3 weeks, and it has made a major difference in my connection, but also take into account that the shift on Tuesday with Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn. So that made a difference too. And I believe it's retrograde in Capricorn until October the 6th of the 9th. So there's going to be a lot of changes between now and then, especially for Capricorns. But we've been dealing with this since 2008. It takes 24 years for Pluto to go through any cycle, to cycle through any of the zodiac signs. That's a long time. And I can go back to 2008 and how much my life has changed, right? When I left my job 2014, that was 6 years after it went retrograde for the first time. And again, understanding it goes back and forth. Hello, Veronica. How are you? How's spring in Sweden? I hope it's good. And Spirit wants me to tell you that Spain is coming soon. Okay? That just popped in there from nowhere. So, yeah. So it's really interesting. And then I'm working with this. I follow this guy. I think I've told you guys about this Aaron Dowdy on YouTube. And there's some of his stuff is kind of corny. Kind of like, but the cool guy. He's really like an average guy. And I've been doing some of his energy things, raising my vibration and things. But this is what I wanted to talk about too, guys. You know how nothing ever fits everybody 100%, right? So I was following him, and he grounds himself in the morning. Well, when he wakes up in bed, he does a kind of a meditation, and he sets his intention, for the day and for the week and for the month and things like that. And he does a little quiet, just meditation, thinking his thoughts and things like that. Hang on, Laura. And, because you're shifting out of, I forget what the terms are, but you're shifting out of that sleep and going into, transforming into the sleep that we are in when we are awake. And you can kind of calm your mind and things like that. You're kind of coming out of it, which is kind of cool. And I started doing that too. But grounding himself, and he gets up out of bed, and then he takes a cold shower, which is beyond me. That will never happen. And then he grounds himself throughout the day. Then he grounds himself before he goes to bed. Okay? And I did that for 3 days. Grounding in the morning, throughout the day, and then grounding. I did it. No, he did it 4 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Okay? I got no sleep at all. I felt like I did an 8-hour psychic fair. I mean, it was just like my body was just vibrating. Boom, 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 boom. And I would sleep for 20 minutes or 40 minutes or 50 minutes, and I'd wake back up. And then I'd go back to sleep, and then I couldn't fully go to sleep. So yesterday morning, I got up and I was exhausted. And Spirit said, don't do the grounding thing twice a day. It's too much for you. The energy's too intense, right? Because we all have a different frequency, right? Like I talked about last week, and I got this from Tammy. It's like a radio, right? Where are you at? Are you at 88.7, 100.3, 102.7, right? I mean, what else you got? 104.1, 104.3, whatever, right? Where do you want to be? And that you have to raise your vibration. I always say, yeah, Spirit, this is what Spirit and I talk about. If you want better music, you got to go further up the dial, which is what I want. But I really don't listen to terrestrial radio anyway. But it makes sense, saying that I'm old and I was around before there was FM radio. So that makes sense. So raising your vibration can really bring you what you want. And Spirit talks about this, guys, when, hi, Dorothy. when he talks to people during readings about what they want in their life, right? And they're tired of having the same old men hit on them, play with, want to hang out with them, want to take them to dinner, blah, 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 the bottom feeders, right? And it's about raising your vibration out of that bottom feeder category. You want a better job? Raise your vibration. Want a better relationship? Raise your vibration. Say, you want more money? Raise your vibration. Interesting, Spirit just said this, because if, it's true, if we throw money down from the heavens, how many people are above you grabbing most of it with their hands? Makes sense to me. That's true. He says by the time it gets down here to the bottom, there's not a lot left. He says, but he's so funny. But the men live there. If you're a female or a gay man like I am, the men live there. And if you're watching this and you're a straight male, the women are there too. Or they wouldn't be able to find the guys who are bottom feeders. See? So understanding that it is that the more you raise your vibration, the more you receive. It's easier for them to get it to us, Spirit says, which is true, right? Okay, the higher on the FM dial that you are, right, the easier it is because your frequency is higher. You're elevated, he says, which is true. Easy for us to connect to you, easier for us to guide you, easier for us to give you what you want. Yes, Dorothy, it does. Dorothy asked, does raising your vibration help in your current relationship? Well, it can help in one of two ways. It can help by you raising your vibration. The other person may not follow you. That's the thing. Is that they may just be a third dimensional being and they're not going to raise their vibration. They're not going to follow you up. See, that's the only thing that you have to really worry about or think about. But do you really want to be with that being? Do you really want to be that human being? Hey, Amanda, that's what you have to really understand. Is that how, if I'm ascending, right? Do I really want to carry this? Do I really want to carry this being around, this heavy weight around? No. It doesn't work. You both have to be ascending somewhat at the same time, right? I mean, usually women will do it and then men will kind of sort of do it. But it just depends upon, if he's supposed to follow you, he will. If he's not, he won't. It's the same way with men raising their vibration and women not doing it, which doesn't happen that often, but there are becoming more and more enlightened men who are giants, who are opening up their connection to spirit and to their guide, Spirit says, which is true. Yeah. See? So understanding that you're going to do it for you, plain and simple. Okay? If you don't, if you, again, I know Spirit says, if you don't take care of you first, you won't get what you want. You won't get what you want. Your life will not be what it's supposed to be. And if it's supposed to be a struggle, it's a struggle, right? Hey, Ryan. So if it's not supposed to be a struggle, which it's not most of the time, and human has free will. So it's like, do I do it or no? Do it. I talked to a young woman today who is a Capricorn, and she's had all kinds of cool things happen, but she didn't know what it is because she's a Capricorn. So I talked to her, supposed to talk to her for half an hour, we talked for an hour, and gave her some enlightenment on okay. She has 2 children that are guided, and her husband's starting to hear her voice and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. Again, guys, that's all, I know Spirit says, it's all the triggers of us from the universe. Us trying to get you to go, okay, who's this? Or if you hear, let's say, I'll hear Lee's voice, and I'll be on the couch, and he'll be in the bathroom, let's say, or in the bedroom. And I'll walk in and I'll say, did you say something to me? He'll say, no. When I heard his voice. That's them. See? He may have been thinking about me, right? Positive or negative, right? So yeah, we all have it. It's just as we raise our vibration and we're clearer, well, we got a clear mind that day or a clear soul that day. We're not aggravated or whatever. We're happy. It's easier for them to infuse us and also to activate us, Spirit says, to get us to understand little epiphanies. And the cool thing is that when that happens, if you acknowledge it out loud, it's even better because they go, okay, cool, they got the message. Yay! And that's the point. It's like, again, he's going to use Hansel and Gretel. It's like they need to lead you on the trail of bread, right? That's the way it is. They can't give you everything because you absolutely freak out. That's what I was like. I wanted that. And that was 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And Spirit was right, which they always are. And you said, Bill, if we give you everything who you're going to be this lifetime, you would be sitting in a mental hospital on the floor in a gown rocking back and forth because where your brain is at today could not handle the energy. And that's so freaking true. Yeah. See? So let me see what, oh no, Spirit don't want me to do that yet. Okay. Yeah, the energy work that I'm doing is pretty cool. And it is, and like I said, Tammy does the energy blast. That's what it goes, an energy blast every other week on Facebook. And I will probably post the Facebook page it's on. You can like the Facebook page. And if you're around at 111, and I think she leaves it up for 24 hours, but it's very, very cool. You can feel it. You can feel it automatically. How it just pulls away everything. You set an intention, right? And of what you want to clear that day. And it works. I mean, blew me away. But again, I haven't done a lot of energy work. I've just done it on my own, right? I've never had anybody to learn from or to use for my advantage, right? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to continue on doing that. And like Spirit said before, not everything works for everybody at the same time. So like I was saying about Aaron on YouTube, is I can't ground myself more than maybe once or twice a day because it's too intense. Last night I had a great night's sleep. I slept all night. I had some fabulous dreams. Very interesting dreams. People from my past were at a party. And I don't know what the party was about. And there was people there that I didn't know. And I was part of it. And yeah, when I woke up this morning, I was pretty freaking happy. I said, Spirit, that was a fabulous dream this morning. It was a long one too. And what was great is I could go back and continue the dream, which those lucid dreams are the best. They're the best. But when I asked what it was, Spirit said, it's a clearing. Bonus, 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 right? Okay? So, my energy is really, really high. Okay. What else you want to talk about? What's the next thing? You had two things I wanted to talk about today. The energy was one of them. Oh, okay. So, as we go into fourth dimensional energy, right, which is happening as we speak, we're going to need to raise our vibration anyway, okay? He wants me to stay on that. It's better to start it now, just to take a look at it, right, just to see what it's about. Yes, the more that you know yourself, the more that you understand yourself, the more work you've done on yourself, clearings and understanding, he says, that it's for my better good. Because I want to be lighter, right? Hi, Katie. I want to be, can you feel it, Ryan? It's crazy. It is, I know. Okay, interesting. He's saying it's like losing weight in the literal sense, right? That as you work on yourself, as you lose more and more of your baggage, as you lose more and more of that energy from the past, right? That you become lighter weight. So you ascend, right? So as you ascend, you also raise your vibration, which you'll do continuously, he says, as you go forward in our lives, right? Hey, Blake. Man. Much later beings in the future, much easier to raise your vibration and to keep it there. Because now it's kind of tough. I mean, I'll be honest. When you got a dog and you got a partner who's third dimensional, it's a pain in the you-know-what to keep your energy up. It's exhausting. It is exhausting because you have to go back and forth. You have to go back and forth. I mean, when Bailey needs daddy, I got to be third dimensional. I can't be flying. I can't be on, up to the vaulted ceilings. It doesn't happen. So I have to keep myself split, Spirit says, which is true. See? So it's great when Bailey's asleep and Lee's not here. Bonus. I can fly all day long. And it's fabulous. But then I have to make dinner, right? I gotta decide what we're gonna have first, and then I've got to cook it or go get it. Usually I cook it, and put it all together and things like that. That's third dimensional stuff, right? Even when I have lunch and things, I still have to bring myself down to eat, and so I have to keep. I know Spirit says Bill keeps his toes. He keeps his right toes on the ground, and everything else kind of vacillates between third dimensional and fourth dimensional energy. So as we move forward and understanding that we're more connected to our guides, right? We're more connected to the universe because we're speaking out loud. We're conversation, which allows your body to be lighter anyway, right? Again, never stop talking. Okay, and really pursuing your future, he says, understanding that you'll never get there. It's just continual, which is fabulous. Can you imagine that? It's just a continual ascension. Oh, God, yes. Oh, I know. I don't know what that is, but oh man, my whole back of my head just lit up and my crown chakra just lit up because I've never said that before. That's why. It's constant ascension. It's not even growth, Spirit says. It's ascension. It's allowing yourself, again, to raise your vibration so that, okay. So he's showing me this. Okay. Oh, God, thank you. Whew. Okay. He's showing me this. You know how the Jetsons, they were in the air, right? So he's showing me flying cars like the Jetsons, but then he's showing me cars today on the road, okay? And the differences between the cars on the road need to stop for gas. You got to stop for street lights. There's all these stoppages, he says. There's all this energy that doesn't flow consistently. He says, but as you raise your vibration and you're up here above the cars in your own flying car, let's say, your own little mini spaceship, there is, I know. He says it's all flow, which is true. Because if you're going to need to turn right or turn left, guess what? You're at a different elevation, like a plane. That's true. The higher you go, the higher dimensional you go, the better your life is. Not only in connection, he says, but in gifts that you're rewarded. Ooh, that's awesome right there. Much better living here than here. And as we go forward into fourth dimensional energy, it won't be so hard to stay there, he says. It'll be easier to stay there. It will feel natural. The environment will feel natural. Yes. And you'll understand everything that's going on, where people down there driving the cars will not. They may question what's up there. How can those people do that? Or what is that? He says they'll wonder, what is that? What is that? What is that? Because they'll be able to see the life stream, he says. So they'll be able to see the stream, but they won't know what it is. Yes. Until they make an attempt to get there. Okay? Again, that's what's going to happen, guys. It's going to be infectious. I mean, people are going to be like, groups of friends, families. Again, everyone's on a different schedule, right? So, oh my, Spirit, quit playing with my nose. Understanding that, stop, keep playing with my nose. Understanding that everybody's activation is at a different pace. Could be within hours of each other, but could not. It might be the fact that you're 1 year and your sister is 3 years behind. Or your mom is, you pass your mom or your dad, and theirs happens 2 years later. But those who ascend will not perish. Those who move into fourth dimensional energy will not perish. But people down here eventually will. And I know chimes. And that may be just because they die of old age, right? I mean, he says they won't perish as in death like that. They'll just die out. And more people will be higher dimensional energy human beings, he says. I just got a smell of the Hawaii candle I've got sitting over there on the counter. Interesting. Okay. Wants me to answer questions. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top, guys, and see. Then we're going to talk about something else too. Okay, so Sherry. Okay, so that's her. And she says So Sherry says, this whole last month I've been delving into my romantic past and finding new perspectives. Good for you. Good for you. That's what it's all about. Okay, interesting visual about bottom. Right. Yeah, it really is. Spirit gave me that, and I knew exactly what he was talking about. Bottom feeders are bottom feeders. You know, it could be sexual. It could be just people in general. It could be where people work, what they do, why they do what they do, right? Because they don't think they have any other choice, and that's not true. But again, if we pay people enough, no job is a bad job. I don't think. Just gotta pay them enough. Okay, still figuring out how to discern between someone who isn't ascending and not. Well, Sherry, if you have energy that's the same as how you can tell. If they're interested and you have a conversation about, and Spirit says, and it's not one-sided, where you are conversating with them, they're just absorbing all of it, not giving you anything back. They have not ascended, and it is not your responsibility to help them ascend. You can give them energy, you can give them love and light, you can give them little bits and pieces, right? But what your human will want to do is get them up to your speed, and they will not, which will be frustrating for you and bring you back down to their energy level, Spirit says, which is true. Okay, that's like with anything. Okay, Veronica, affirmations, meditation. I'm grateful because I have everything. So true, because the energy is very different from what, and it's just see more. Yes, being grateful. I'm telling you what, guys, being grateful for what you have every day is so super important. I never did it. I would say, thank you, Spirit, for blah, 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 thank you. But saying that word actually makes a huge difference. Huge difference. And I do that usually twice a day in the morning. I do it in the morning, I do it at night. Susan was dating movie stars in her vivid dream. Good for you, sister. Good for you. I was just making out with guys I used to date, which is kind of weird. Or guys I wish I was dated. Kind of weird, right? Yep, for sure. Veronica, my dream. Oh, I was at Veronica's party too. Check that out. Awesome. And Blake had a clearing dream last night too. Yeah. I'm probably gonna have to find out what happened last night astrologically, because it's something clicked for sure. Sherry says energy clearing has helped her stay calm-ish while I wait to see what's next after NYC. Got you. And Ryan, balance the spirit and mundane. Exactly. Yeah. Super important. Sherry says, yes, the difference between journey on a level road and a spiral of upward energy. Right. The spiral is always better, because you can always get up. Because this is what I always say to Spirit. when it's too much for me, oh, Blake, you may be right. When it's too much for me, I'll say, Spirit, it's too much. And I'll say, I just need to be off on the side of the road for a minute, like a day. And then I'll go back on, because I'm still human. Because guys, what you have to understand is as you ascend, the more open you become, the more free-flowing you become. They don't realize that you're human. All they see is your divine white light. They just see white light. And they don't understand unless you tell them, I'm still human. And so sometimes I have to remind my guides, right? The guys, I'm still a human being. I still have to eat, still have to make money. I still have to take care of the dog. I still got to take care of Lee. Still got to clean up my house. I still got to do all the things that I got to do every day as a human being, right? That I can't sit and do this all day because I think my brain would blow up, for sure. So, okay, so let me go back to that. Okay, so Ryan is asking, how is the path toward my healing meditation business looking over the next few months? Okay, Spirit says it will be extremely good, but they have to know where to find you. Okay? Because I know that you do videos, but I don't know where I see them, but I see them. But he says there has to be more. Raise your profile, raise your vibration. Okay? And also, guys, I've done this in the past 3 weeks. I'll say, Spirit, I'm raising my vibration as high as I possibly can so everyone in the United States and the world can see me. Yeah. Not a bad thing. I know I'm protected, so there's nothing that's going to attack me or anything like that. So because I want my vibration to be that high. I want it to be extremely high. But then understanding that I have to be low too, Okay, so hi Lisa, I didn't see you pop on. Let me see here. Okay, so Laura says she's been reading the Telos books and not only understanding but getting excited about Ascension. Exactly, same thing happened to me. The Telos books resonated with me, all 3 of them, and I was like, you know how when I post stuff on Facebook, it's either this or I put truth. I was saying truth out loud a lot when I was reading, because I read out loud. Reading out loud, I'm like, truth. Oh my God, that is so true, truth. Because I know it all. And most people that read the Telos books that are guided to do it know the information also. It's internal. Yeah, you've already been downloaded with it. Yeah, I love it. I'm going to go back and read them again. Okay, Lisa. Okay, how do I raise your vibration? Okay, Steve Noble guided meditation. Okay, there's probably 5 or 6 meditations on there with raising your vibration. But it's also about being conscious and sitting quiet and absolutely. This is what I did: is I closed my eyes and I imagined me stretching my body and saying out loud to Spirit, I'm raising my vibration as high as I can at this time. And I would visualize myself stretching my body and reaching up as high as I possibly can, right? And doing that a number of times in a row, okay? But also picture in your mind a thermometer, right? Starting at one point, let's say at 35 or 40, right? Degrees, let's say. And you want it to be 100. So you imagine it in your mind's eye, you imagine it in your mind, right? That, okay, Spirit, I'm raising my vibration from 40 to 45 to 50 to 55 to 60, and you imagine that. And as you imagine that, your energy and your vibration will absolutely raise. And in the morning, you've got to set the intention, I need to raise my vibration today. And Spirit, I need your help. I need your help reminding me if you're not conscious of it, right? I need your help with that. And when you are reminded, you go, okay, I got to take 3 minutes and I got to do this. Yeah, that's how you do it. then eventually what happens is you'll notice the difference because you'll be like, holy crap, I can't believe all the stuff I know, number one. My head's kind of lightheaded. I'm kind of dizzy. I feel like I'm floating on air. There you go. That's it. That's it. See? And then when you have to come back down to earth, sit down, put your feet on the floor, right? Say, okay, I got to come back down. I got to come back down. But you won't come back down as you did when you started at 35 or 40. See, it's all visualization. And Spirit says, when you visualize where you want to be. If that means that you want to be at 100 to meet a man, to get a new job, to meet a woman, to whatever, right? And if you want to go higher than that, okay, cool. I want to make, in my job, I want a new job that pays me $100,000 a year. I need to get up here because that's where the energy level is. That's where the money is. Whatever you desire is there. And that makes so much sense, right? I never thought of it like that. That Spirit is great. The thermometer thing, it's true. It's true. It's very, 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 very true. That as long as you can picture it in your mind and picture, again, what you want, sit for 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Just visualize what you want. If you don't know what you want, then you got to sit down and go, okay, I need to decide what I want. Be specific. Be specific. You have to be specific, okay? Or you're going to get something that you didn't want. Lord, my vibration is high today. Sherry says she's frustrated to wait for a partner who's willing to ascend. I keep blaming myself and not being ready to have a relationship. Well, you'll know when it's time, and you got to ask. Sherry, you have to say, okay, Spirit, I need you to bring me a man who's whatever race you want. He needs to be 6 foot tall, taller than 6 feet tall. I want him to weigh 185 pounds. I want him to be athletic. I want him to own a house. I want him to make $75,000 a year. You got to be very, very specific on what you want. And guess what? He'll find you. And I'm raising my vibration, Spirit, so he can find me. That's what it's about. Because if his vibration is raised, he will find you. It's not going to be some bottom feeder slug that goes, oh my God, she's beautiful. I love her dysfunction. Let me grab hold of her from the leg and pull her down. No. Once you lose a lot of your dysfunction, once you lose a lot of that negative energy, once you let that stuff go, let it go. And if you don't know how, Steve Noble Guided Meditations. I will send them to you. Okay? Again, watch Coaching for the Soul. It'll tell you somewhere in those 20 or 30 videos that I've done, right? It is all about not waiting. If you're going to wait, which many times we have to, what are we doing while we are waiting, Spirit says? We're working. We're doing something. We're not just sitting there waiting for it to drop in our freaking lap, because it's not going to happen. He's not going to reach down and grab you by the arms, say, here, honey, let me come up here because I'm ascended. It's not going to happen. So all the time you're doing that, you really have to do that. Okay, so Haley says, can you see a difference in my aura? Honey, I can see a difference in your vibration. You just need to do more of it. Okay? You need to do more meditations. You need to do more conversations with me, right? You've got those four messages, right? 4 text messages. You got 4 half an hours you can use, or 1 full hour you can use. Yeah. Again, putting it on the front burner, because that will help you ascend and understand so much more. So much more. Yeah. Hi, T. What's going on, girl? I don't think you've ever caught one, have you? I can't believe it. Welcome. Okay. Yeah, Ryan, that's what it's all about. Hi, Lori McBride. I want to talk to you sometime, just to talk. So, that picture today of you in your wedding dress with the babies, with the kids, is beautiful. Just beautiful. So Laura's saying the Telos guided meditations are great as well. Look up Mount Shasta or Telos. Adama, great for raising. Really, I didn't know there was meditations. I will check that out on YouTube. I'll check that out when we're done here. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. How's everything going with you? Are you doing your meditations and things? Are you talking out loud to Spirit? I hope so, because it's important. Okay, so I've been starting to channel. She's been starting to channel through journaling. Okay, and I'm not sure if it's actually them. Oh, they said I have something big. Well, okay. So cut the fact that I'm not sure it's actually them, because that's ego. Cut that. Okay, I'm going to say this. Cut that shit out. Cut that shit out. Okay? When you are moving forward, whenever you're doing your thing, ego's always going to block you every chance it gets because it knows you'll listen to it. Stop listening to it. That means you're having a conversation in your head and not out loud. Spirit, is this you? You will feel it in your heart, in your gut. Your chakra will light up. Your crown chakra will light up. If you're doing that in your head, guess what? Ego's, and even if you are talking out loud and ego says, it's not them. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie. Ego, that's not true. That's a lie until it stops. It's always them. It's always them. If you're journaling and you're channeling at the same time, that's automatic writing, my dear. That comes from the divine. That comes from the divine. Hi, Teresa. How's it going there, lady? I'm glad my throw away the softball thing worked for you the other day. I was taught that by my reader in Jackson, and that stuff works. Teresa had some energy in her chest that she didn't know how to get rid of. She tried and tried and tried. And she texted me and said, Bill, I don't know what this is, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how to get rid of it. And so I told her, whenever you have energy in your chest and you can't get rid of it by tapping or anything else, take your hand, right hand, pretend there's a softball right on your chest. You grab that energy and you pull it like this and you throw it away. This isn't mine. Send it, return to sender. Or take it and say, Spirit, this isn't mine. It's going away. It's not mine, it's going away. It's not mine, it's going away. It's not mine. I'm not holding it. It's going away. I'm telling you, that stuff works. Yes. Oh, T, this is your first one? Well, awesome. It's pretty cool. I kind of like it. Yeah. So let me see if I got it. So there was one person at the beginning. I hope they're still here. Let me see if I can find the person who asked something at the very, very beginning. Katie, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I did or not. This is what happens when I'm channeling. I don't remember who I talked to and who I didn't. I try to acknowledge everybody because you guys are so cool. Okay. Oh, Lord. It is crazy today. The energy is off the chain. Okay, let me see. Catherine. There's that. I don't know. Okay, so Laura she had a question. Laura, go ahead and ask your question if you're still here, okay? And I'll answer it for you the best that I can. Yeah. Yes. So, one thing I want to talk about too, guys, is the fact that I'm putting together a program. First off, I'm going to have a Coaching for the Soul Facebook page, okay? That is going to be by invite only, all right? And it's going to be things that I'm going to be teaching. And I'm putting together a program now. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but it's going to be a 5-week program with every week we have an hour Zoom call with everybody who's in the program. And I don't really know I'm not really sure how intense it's going to be, but I know it's going to be emotional things, how to overcome, again, Coaching for the Soul, right? How to overcome things tied in with Steve Noble guided meditations and all kinds of knowledge that I have on how I do things, right? And allowing people to find their own way with guidance, how to open themselves up to spirit, right? How to have boundaries, right? And challenging people, Spirit says, challenging people in their beliefs, challenging what they that they don't think they can do it. From beginners to everyone, right? And I'll probably end up doing like 2 at a time, like one for beginners and then one group for people who are moderate to knowing, just to kind of help them do more ascension, raise their vibration, things like that, against both groups. But I don't know really everything that it looks like yet. But I've been putting it together for about a week and a half. And today, Spirit gave me the message that I need to really focus in on that going forward. And because it's Taurus season, that's exactly what I'm going to do, because everything will come to me from Spirit. I'll channel all of it, and I'll know what I need to do for each group, right? So that. But I know there's definitely going to be a beginners group on people who don't understand themselves, don't understand how to release stuff. How give them some framework, some guidelines, Spirit says, that will absolutely help them to understand that everything's achievable, and it truly is. It truly is. It's all achievable. Because I was asking Spirit last week, I said, okay, what am I supposed to do, right? As well as my ascension and things like that, raising my vibration. What am I supposed to do? And then I had a reading with a person who was brand new, and who had hey Bryn, hey Tracy, hey Emily, who had never talked to anybody like me before. And then I got done, and Spirit said, you need to teach, which is kind of true. So I'm putting that together. Hopefully I can have it put out by the end of May. Hopefully by the end of Taurus season, if I can do it. Okay, so Elizabeth says, I wonder if your class is the big thing. It might be. It might be. You know, because Elizabeth, you have such a connection and so much talent, but we have to clear away the stuff that keeps you from ascending, keeps you from, again, changing your psychological path, Spirit says, into believing that what you're receiving is from the divine, for sure. So Emily says, hello, Tracy. In my dream last night, it was see, what's up with the party, right? It's so cool. It is so cool that everybody had a party last night. A lot of people did. And if you didn't, that's okay. You'll get it the next time. Oh, Elizabeth, Liz, I know that you're committed to it, or you wouldn't keep coming back, right? I mean, that's the thing, is having the tools to be able to do it yourself. Not what I do, but knowing. I mean, as we move from 3rd dimension to 4th dimension, guys, our life is going to change crazy. And I would rather have as many people as possible that I know already be in their ascension mode, because it's going to be easier for us to float, right? It's going to be easier for us to leave our past behind. It's going to be easier for us to move forward. The only thing that is going to require maintenance, Spirit says, is, I'm telling you, the higher your vibration gets, the higher you get, the more you know, the more open you are, the less the people around you understand you. And you have to be prepared to let them go. Gotcha. Family members, grown children, still be their mom, their dad, whatever, right? Understanding that you have to, if you want to go where you're supposed to go this lifetime. Doesn't mean you can't have contact, that they're not going to give them, right? You're not going to give them away. It's not like you're not going to be, but you have to understand that that's a decision that a lot of us have to make in cutting the cord. There's, again, my brother in Palm Beach is still my brother, and I love him. I always will. My sister in Colorado, the same exact thing. But I can't be corded to them anymore, where I care more about them than I do about myself, or my nieces, or my nephew, dues. Yeah, see, and that's the only negative thing that I see, that I have been shown, that I've been told, that we have to be ready for, because when it happens, you can kind of freak out. Go, okay, I don't know why that person said that to me. I don't know why I'm feeling like this towards that person. Friends, relatives, all kinds of jobs, all kinds of stuff. Okay. Okay. So Ryan says, oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. He's going to hold a strong vision for me to finish my project by the end of the Taurus season. Namaste, my friend. I appreciate that. Blake says it's a great idea. Share it with share the course info with her friends, and that's awesome. I think Blake's a female. I think maybe not. If you're not, I apologize because I don't see the pictures, so I don't really know. But spirits, yeah. So Lisa says she's ready to put in the work to raise her vibration so she can get exactly. I'm telling you what, guys. If you raise your vibration, if you want a partner, if you want a husband, if you want a wife, right? You got to allow yourself and do the work to raise your vibration and telling spirit what you want in that person. Not I want him to be I want him to love me. I want him to be conscious. Oh, they'll bring you a freaking old dude with bald head who's 5'2". No. And he's all the things that you wanted. Well, I'm not attracted to that. Well, you didn't say that you wanted to be attracted to him, to her, right? You've got to be specific. Spirit always says 10 things that you want in your man, 10 things you want in your spouse, 10 things you want in your lady. Yeah. See? And I'm telling you what, if you practice that when you're lonely, okay, when you're down, I'm telling you what, that person will show up. But then you're going to be like, oh my God, he just showed up. Oh, is that really him? Well, of course it is. Well, it's like two peas in a pot. Well, of course it is. I mean, I've got a red flag here. I don't know. It's kind of easy. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't at least have a conversation, give numbers, have dinner, then have cocktails, right? Just stay out of the sack, right? I mean, honestly, that is what it's all about. Oh, Blake, you're a guy? Cool, man. I will know know that from now on. I don't know. I thought female. So I know who you are, Blake. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Spirit has shown me who you are, and I'm like, oops, I didn't know that. Okay, got it. So that's what you have to do, right? You have to when you meet that person, you can't be scared because all of a sudden your heart is going, oh my God, that's him. Oh my God, he's materialized. Oh my God, this stuff works. Am I ready? And then all the doubt comes in, ego, right? Oh my God, I don't know. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, and this came to me. You know how I love the movie Eat, Pray, Love? Okay, I love it. It has so many messages in that damn thing. It is crazy. Okay, and at the end of the movie, if you haven't watched it, please do, because there's all kinds of cool stuff about transformation. Liz, Julia Roberts, her boyfriend, Gerard, I don't know his name, Gerard or whoever it is, he wants to take her to an island at the end, and he wants them both to be together. He says, I know you love, I love you, and I know you love me. And she goes, I don't know why I can't say it, but I can't leave. I can't do this. I can't go. I just found my balance. Because everything was pretty brand new to her, right? Like within a year. So she went to her guru Katuk, and they had a conversation. And she tells him, I let him go. And he goes, why? And she responds, because I was out of balance. And he looks at her and he says, Liz, being in love is supposed to be out of balance until you learn to balance each other. And that's the key. That's the key, right? So when you meet this person, you should be head over heels like, oh my God, I just materialized this guy. It took me like 9 months, 10 months, a year. Holy moly, this is pretty freaking cool. Or the female, right? And all of a sudden they're in your space and they recognize you. Not only with their visual, but with their energy and their heart, right? Because they're looking for the woman. They're looking for the woman, right? And they probably have done some of the same work, right? Like, okay, my first relationship was a disaster because I picked her because she was blah, 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 blah. I know I need something better. I want somebody who's going to look at me and understand me, or blah, 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 whatever their mantra might be, right? There you go. See? I know, Spirit. He said, because the energy attracts each other, but not in a negative way, not in a dysfunctional way, in a loving, positive way. And the people are there. We just have to raise our vibration so they can find us. Okay? That's what it's all about. They find you, you find them, but you're not looking. It just happens. Right place, right time. That is what is so phenomenal, right? That is what is so phenomenal. So let me go back in here. Okay, so Cher's been rewatching Eat, Pray, Love a lot. There's lots of messages in there. I mean, it's fabulous. It is my go-to movie for just chillaxing. It makes me emotional, and it's just so lovely. It's just wonderful, and the transformation is beautiful. T. I told her last time I talked to her, I said, I said, have you seen Eat, Pray, Love? And she goes, no, I've never seen it before. I said, you need to watch it because there's a lot of blah, 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 blah. So she says, I cried like a baby. It was so good. Exactly. I'm telling you, it is an amazing movie. I know, my crown chakra does let him. I know. He says, everyone should watch Eat, Pray, Love, uncut, no commercials. Watch Eat, Pray, Love. Because if you're sitting there with your popcorn and whatever you want to do, right? And you're sitting there and you're watching it and you're in your neutral space, in your best jammies and your best whatever, right? On your couch, in your chair, whatever, right? Not in your bed. Don't watch TV in your bed. Energy. Trust me, you'll get it and it'll be like, oh my gosh, I get it. I freaking get it. That's exactly what I want right there. Well, yeah, because you have to get rid of your junk. You got to go. If all you're trying is bottom feeders, guess what? That's no fun. That's aggravation. The sex might be good, but that's about it. And sometimes that is not even good enough, right? Exactly. So let's see. Lori's go-to also. Yeah, it just sets the stage for everything. And again, I think it's good. It's 2 hours and like 15 minutes, I think, or maybe 2 hours of good therapy, right? Because you don't have to think. All you gotta do is feel, cry, right? Understand that, my gosh, look at the transformation that she went through from being this woman who's, my God, just a mess, an absolute mess, energy mess, psychological mess, and goes through this process. And do we all need to go to India? No. Do we all need to go to Fuji? Is that what she went? Fuji? No, I don't know where she. Bali. I'd love to, but I don't know if I could. I don't know. I'm kind of a princess, so I don't know. But Bali would be great. The energy is wonderful, right? I mean, it's about energy. Going to Maui, yes, going to Maui and being in that energy would be fabulous. And that's why I'm raising my vibration, guys. That's my destination. Is that Maui's not going to come to me where I'm at. That's why I'm really stretching and moving as high as I possibly can, learning, right? And that's why the energy work came in. Honestly, they know the time, the place, and when everything's going to happen, right? And as much as we'd like to control that, I was boo-hooing. April was horrible for me. Aries season is always horrible for me. It just absolutely cracks my egg and I can't keep my shell together. It just wants to bubble out and it's just yucky. And it's always been like that since I was a kid. I hated the month of April. And now I know why, right? So that's why the energy, that's why Tammy came into my life. That's why I swiped on the energy blast that one day, because I was supposed to. And that's the key. Right? Because I'd seen the energy blast on my iPad a number of times, and I just never swiped it. It says Tammy Bracewell is live. And, you guys all get those things, I'm sure, and you can swipe on it or not. Well, I just kind of don't. Well, I did. See, them. See, getting me ready for the move, getting me ready, because it's all about me. And I will tell you what, guys. If we want something, we have to work for it. It's not just gonna find us. We have to raise our vibration so it can get to us, right? So the distance isn't so long, right? That's the way it is for me. And Maui's up there, and I can see it plain as day. I can see my house. I can see my backyard on the Pacific Ocean. I can see it, and I visualized it, right? Because there's a video. There's a video on YouTube of my house, and I've seen it for the past 3 years, and it's my house, and I know it's my house. But it's up there, and I'm down here still. So that's one of the reasons why I was told from Spirit, if you want that, you have to raise your vibration to get that. It's too far for the house to come for you to touch it. Makes sense. Again, it's 12 hours away, 6 time zones away, right? So it makes sense because of the distance to get there. So I get it. Did I expect it to happen the way that it's happening? No. But I'm ready. I'm ready. They may not think I'm ready. Maybe I have more work to do, which I think I do. But that's okay because now I have a focus again. Because many times, guys, we can lose our focus. We get turned off we get turned off the course by life, and that can be an argument with your partner, with your husband, with your wife, with your job. There's all kinds of things that can. Spirit is showing me a car that was hit and is twirling around on the pavement in an accident, and that sometimes is what we can feel like, is and that's okay. It doesn't feel good when it's happening. It sucks when it happens. Like I've told people that the month of April, I've not felt that much desperation and that much anguish and that much just what the fuck, right? And probably 5 years. It's probably been 5 years. See? But I know that it's the last heavy energy that I need to let go of. And it started with the fear of money. And now it's wound up into this big, huge thing that I never knew was still there. I never knew it was still there. Right? The fear. Well, guess what? As I raise my vibration, fear's gone. Fear's gone. It's out of here. It's gone from the inside my body because it was cleared. Why? Because I decided and I took the initiative with Tammy Blazewell with that energy work. Again, Spirit catches me when I am not paying attention. And he will present things to me that I just automatically zip. And then I'm like, oh, look at this. I'll watch this. There's nothing else going on. It kind of muffles me. I think sometimes that Spirit puts me in a shell when he wants me to focus on something, when he wants me to do something that I can't be conscious of. And then I just do it. And then all of a sudden, guess what happens? I'm in the middle of this thing. I'm like, how did this come from? And I'm all involved in it, which is awesome. Because that's the way that he presents it to me. Sometimes it comes just normal, right? But something big like this, the energy work, I would have never, because I've never done it before. I didn't think that I needed it. Well, guess what? We all need it. I was just too Capricorn to do it. Yeah. So anyway, guys, it is 4:00. And so thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. For Thursday at 3, Coaching for the Soul. If you have any questions, write them down. You can just post them. I will answer them when I'm off today later, okay? And this will be on YouTube later today. Please like my YouTube channel. And please like the video when it's on there and others that are there. I appreciate it. And I will see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3.